Then every day times keep passing. The year keeps going. We are on the same spot. We are on the same spot. When they kill one military, people go out and celebrate. Oh, I've done this. When there is ghost town or places are locked down, people go, no, ghost towns won't give us independence. Killing one Lagapur military won't give us independence. We have been killing them for so many years. What has changed? What has changed? And look at what they are doing. They are targeting the best of our fighters. Black legs are increasing daily, day out. So if you put the 3 months today ghost towns and 3 months is being respected, that doesn't bring any independence. If today you kill one police officer, one gendarme, and you on Facebook you are shouting, that doesn't bring independence. Independence is brought when there is real war, actual war, real war, when the Republic feels the effect, when the international community feels the effect. That is when we know that we are at war, and we must go back to the drawing board to what we used to do when the world can feel us. Now, listen. Now we have Palestine, Israel. That has sucked away our energy. Before we had COVID. COVID sucked away all the attention from our war. We had Ukraine and Russia. It sucked away all the attention from our war. Now we have Palestine and this, and the world is looking at them. They're not looking at us. Maybe now they might be thinking that we are just some few people we are agitating. That's it. They may look at us like agitators. People are just agitating. Comrade Shea Kavi. This is Comrade Mark Berata. I am talking today, the 12th of October in the year of our Lord 2023. And Comrade Christopher Hans just forwarded to me your audio. I've taken time to listen to your audio, and you will permit me to respond with the following concerns. You spoke about the consortium being another group. The consortium came from the people, and we all must be proud to say, without the consortium, there would have been no present revolution. Because the revolution came from the people. Just so you are aware, the Gz0 existed, came into existence, if my memory doesn't fail me, few years or months before the revolution kicked off. By then they were still part and parcel of the SCYL or so. The SCNC, the SCYL, and all of those groups existed, but most often they existed as pockets of the larger Ambazonian struggle. And we must acknowledge the fact that some of you, including Choyaba, Akwanga, has seen the light ever since that the future is Ambazonia. And the fact that others came from behind doesn't negate them, doesn't take away their full right to participate in the revolution of our homeland. And so without the consortium, there would have been no revolution. And we must put history as it is. And thanks to Bala, Fontaine, Batasang, and all the lawyers and teachers on the ground who started this new phase, there would have been any issue. And thanks also to Tapang Ivo and myself, and God bless John Baokuro, who called us and said, guys, you must take this thing. There would have been anything. I'm sure the Gz0 SYL would have only remained significant in the diaspora, with few of you making agitations and giving letters of support to all those who are seeking for asylum. So we must give credit first to the consortium. Next, you spoke about the fact that Skakuf failed. That what happened when people came together. My brother, Sheikh Kavi, we must continue to try. Unless you and your group, you have given us a formula. As far as I'm aware, you have not given us a formula. I have come to the conclusion, and I have the feeling that all those in the egg of sea, the hardliners, are afraid of genuine collaboration, are afraid to sit down and talk to the people. The moment where there is a proposal of a genuine structure, of a genuine collaboration, people in the egg of sea, they start to agitate. They start talking about powers, control, forces, this, that. They start referring to their leader, Joe. Means, and the impression that you people are pushing ahead is that without Joe Ayaba, there is no egg of sea. And without Joe Ayaba, there is no revolution. No, it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be that case. So the fact that Skakov failed doesn't mean that we should not try again. We should not learn from the failures of Skakov and go back to fix what needs to be fixed. So, let me also ask you the question: are you happy? Are you sincerely happy with the state of the revolution at this point in time? Can you sincerely tell me in my face that Berata, the egg of sea, the ADF, can do it on its own? Do you want to also stay do you want to stay again for another 20 years before you have what you've had? Check Avi. Look at what happens to our parents. My own father died and was buried in a foreign land because of COVID. My condolences. Your own mother died and was buried in a foreign land. Do you also want to die? Do you also want me to die and we are buried in a foreign land? So, how long are you people going to stay? How long are you people going to stay to come on the table for genuine collaboration? Why, as you people claim that you are the leaders and the big people, you know everything, why can't you use your big manism and call all of these people together and say, you, Berata, sit down. So, Akwanga, sit down. Why can't you take a position and ask us to sit down and tell us what to do? Give us a genuine structure where people can collaborate and where people can participate equally, because we are all stakeholders. Skakov had its place, and I'm afraid to confess that Skakov was one of the best structure. Yes, like every other structure, there are some negatives that could befall it. At that time, we all knew. Many people were excited. Things happen. But what can we learn from the negative of Skakov and build something better? We need a formula where every group could agree. If we have a formula and we have principles, collaboration will be genuine. Again, you talk about groups met in Washington D.C. Joe Ayaba or the ICC gave a powerful speech and money came. God bless Joe Ayaba. He is a good orator. One of those I admired a lot, and one of those I respect a lot, and one of those I respect a lot, and one of those that is when I want to criticize, I will always criticize with respect, because I've known him from long when I was in the university where I've heard about him. Then my brother Shea Kavi, it is not only about Joe Ayaba. When Joe Ayaba is done and gone, history will have to record him, and history should record him rightly. So you must not make it as if without Joe Ayaba, without Egg of Sea, without you guys, nothing else could happen. That is not the truth. I can speak from an evidence-based perspective that is not the truth. Because so many great things have happened on the ground and in the revolution without the knowledge and participation of the ADF, of the Egg of Sea. Comrade, let me just respond briefly. Let me just respond briefly to the first part of your communication. You see, what is happening in our revolution is that we have become too political. Okay, let me also ask you this question. If all the groups, if all the leaders refuse to come together, what do you do? That's the question that every one of us should be answering. Are you aware that prior to the Canada, all the various groups and leaderships, they have been invited? So ask yourself, what stops the various leaders and groups to say, hey, listen, we all have a common goal. We have to come together to finish this thing. So what stops them to come together and collaborate and work on common communication and work on common diplomacy and work on common strategies on how to push back La Republic from Ambazonia? So everybody is shouting, oh, let the leaders come together, but nobody is taking an action. So if CDN tried to take, if CDN took an action in bringing the various and thousands of groups that we have together, they should be appreciated. The purpose of the Canada conference was to ensure that every leadership, every group, every Amazonian from across the globe come together. Yes, some of the groups were not involved. I know SCAPO was involved. I know SSC was involved. I know IGK was involved. I know SCAF was involved. I know there are different groups that were involved. No matter their following, no matter their significance. But every group, every Amazonian is a stakeholder. It's a stakeholder in this revolution. It's a stakeholder in our war of independence. So, what I'm asking again, what do we do? Because I'm looking for a solution. What if all the leaders, they fold their hands and they sit there arguing, I can't come. Person A will say, I can't come because Sako is there. Sako will say, I can't come because Ayaba is dead. Ayaba said, no, Chris Anu, I can't come. So, okay, so what should we do now? What should we do? Should we fold our arms? And then Gz0 is standing to the worst every day? No! Some people must do something. And to me, at this stage, I'm going for the willing. For those who are willing to come together, for those who are willing to collaborate, fine and good. Let the few do what they can do. If we try it and we fail, God forbid, let our conscience be clear that at least we tried something. At least those who never came together are those who want to prolong the war. So nobody is creating any new structure. We already have a lot of groups. When the UN came together after the war, they were not creating something new from OAU that was there before. They were just trying to bring countries together so that they can all reason. They can have a common goal on how to address world issues. What Canada has done, Canada hasn't created any group. We're not creating any group. We just created a secretariat that brings all the various groups together. A secretariat that is in different committees, in defense, communication, so that we can begin to address these things as one people. Not people go to one office. There are 10 different letters from 10 different groups for one revolution. That's what we have done. Nobody has created a group. We have created a secretariat that brings together the best of Ambazonia together. And of course, when there's a secretariat, there is a spokesperson. The spokesperson is just going out there to communicate what has been agreed by those who belong to that secretariat. The spokesperson is not a leader. The spokesperson is not going out there to take decisions or to say, I'm the CIE, I'm the chairman of this, or if I don't speak, nobody should speak. No. That's why we have a spokesperson. The spokesperson is representing the voices of those who belong to the group. The spokesperson just goes there to communicate and say, this is what has been agreed, this is what we are to do. That's what we have done. We've not created any group. People should have it clean and clear. The various groups that are not present can keep their identities. They can keep their identities and do what they want to do. Fine. But we want to see that when it comes to communication, we should have some structure. When it comes to defense, we should have some structure. When it comes to finance, we should be able to gather all our money and support. Now each group is doing their own small contribution, 10,000, 5,000. That's no money. We need to pool all our resources together so that we have a huge critical mass that we can use that money to help the boys on the ground. What about the refugees? What about the IDPs? They need also support. What about our prisoners of conscience? So we have different facets of our war that we need to address. The fighters' health, the fighters' ammunitions, the fighters' family, the prisoners' health, the prisoners' family, the refugees that are out there. It's our responsibility to take good care of them while we are fighting the war. How do we do that? When every group is hitting their head left and right, people are hitting and people are talking, people are shouting. How do we do that, comrade? How do we do that? So we can't sit and we fold our hands every day. Everybody is shouting, oh, let the groups come together. Leaders should come together. Leaders should collaborate. And then one group will sit and say, I cannot come. You are La Republique. Then every day times keep passing. The year keeps going. We are on the same spot. When they kill one military, people go out and celebrate. Oh, I've done this. When there is ghost town or places are locked down, people go, no, ghost towns won't give us independence. Killing one La Republique military won't give us independence. We have been killing them for so many years. What has changed? And look at what they are doing. They are targeting the best of our fighters. Black legs are increasing daily, day out. So if you put a 3 months today ghost towns and 3 months is being respected, that doesn't bring any independence. If today you kill a police officer, one gendarme, and on Facebook you are shouting, that doesn't bring independence. Independence is brought when there is real war, actual war, when the Republic feels the effect, when the international community feels the effect. That is when we know that we are at war, and we must go back to the drawing board to what we used to do when the world can feel us. Now listen, now we have Palestine, Israel. That has sucked away our energy. Before we had COVID sucked away all the attention from our war. We had Ukraine and Russia. It sucked away all the attention from our war. Now we have Palestine and this, and the world is looking at them. They're not looking at us. Maybe now they might be thinking that we are just some few people we are agitating. That's it. They may look at us like agitators. People are just agitating. But we know that our people are dying. We know that it is war. That is it. So me as my Berata, I am done. I am done folding my arms, waiting that they will not come together. Because these people, they have fundamental, huge differences. So for the groups that have come together, and I'm happy because those who have come together, they include also defense groups. Yes, independent defense groups. Also bona fide Ambazonians, bona fide groups in Ambazonia. All of us, we have a stake. No group, no defense group can free Ambazonia. It will take all our collective input, our collective resistance to free Ambazonia. So if you're not tired, I'm tired. I will not sit down and fold my arms. I'm waiting, hoping that Gz0, IJK, or Bo Herbert's groups, or Sako and the rest, if they will come together and work. We've been trying that for years. These various groups and leaders, I don't even know if it is I don't know if it's a cult or it is witchcraft. They keep giving one another excuse why they can't come together. They keep giving excuse upon excuse, upon excuse. And for once, they can't even try to say, no, hey, our people are dying. No, hey, there is goodness in unity. No, hey, let's forget what we've done. Yes, we've hurt each other. Let's see where we can collaborate and work. The moment some people try to collaborate, some others will think that, hey, it's like as if people want to come and dominate. So when leaders and groups, when they think about power, they think about control, they cannot collaborate. So I'm done. So I'm willing to work together with the willing, those who are willing. If the groups that came together in Canada, as well as the Ambazonia, if we put our heads together and we can do our own bit to help our Ambazonia, God bless us. And let the rest do theirs. Let the rest do theirs. So please, that notion where people are saying that no group was created in Canada. Nothing was created. A platform was just made so as to facilitate some commonalities amongst us, areas where we all agree that we can work together and push this thing forward. We have had enough of groups. Nobody has created a group. We have created a platform, a space where we can join all our ideas, we can join our resources, we can join our talents to help our people. So people should stop sending out these innuendos and the complaints. CDN. Like I said earlier, the CDN is not there to preach Ambazonia. If people, the CDN is not an Ambazonian group. It's not there to be preaching Ambazonia. That's not their job. Their job is for them to be impartial. Their job is for them not to be biased. But they are also born and bred Ambazonians. And their job is to use their good offices, use their resources, use their professional background, use their connections to open doors for us so that we, the people, can cry our case, not them crying. We need people like that in the revolution. And if the CDN gives us that, we should be grateful for them. We should be grateful. We should be thankful. We should be linking them to La Republic, linking them to telling lies day in, day out without any proofs. We are done with that. We are done with that. And that shouldn't be happening again in our revolution. We have HD there. We have HG and all those other NGOs. What have they said? The various groups are they not running behind those other NGOs? They are running behind them. Those other NGOs, are they not paying their flights to attend meetings? Are they not paying their flights? Do they call them La Republique? Those other NGOs, that we talk, are they preaching Ambazonia? Those other NGOs, are they preaching Ambazonia? They're not preaching Ambazonia. They are standing on a fine line because they have to bring both Cameroon and Ambazonia together. And then we expect CDN to preach Ambazonia. CDN is not an Ambazonian group. It's not. The CDN is not a group for the Ambazonian war. It's a humanitarian, diplomatic, and otherwise group that wants to seek solutions. That make sure that there is negotiation between both peoples of the Cameroons. And we should be grateful that they are there to help us with their talents, to help us because there are people there who work right deep in the system, in the international system. They can offer us some insight. And if there is any leader out there, any group out there who hasn't benefit from the insight of CDN, let them come out and say so. We're the ones we kill ourselves. So if the leaders don't come together, we should fold our arms and be crying. This is the people's revolution, and not one of a leaders or group. That is over and it's done. Sorry, a call came and cut this audio short. So what I'm trying to say, my dear brother Shea Kavi, is that we shouldn't make everything to center around the CIC. Oh, the CIC spoke in Washington DC. Oh, money came out. Yes, I was a good orator. He speaks so very well. He understands the dynamics so very well. He's a nice gentleman. But speeches doesn't give us independence. If so, it should have given us a long time ago. It doesn't give us independence. What gives us independence is more than speeches. It's more than even just having the money. What would give us this independence is for us to have a structured approach. It's for us to speak in a larger majority as one mouth. It will also get a structured approach to defense, communication, diplomacy, etc. Also, you mentioned about the IG, the fact that okay, let me ask you. The head of C was in Canada during the pre-talks, and you people left. The head of C was in Canada, and after the pre-talks, you people were planning this conference. What happened? What can you genuinely tell us that? Why did the head of C, why did Ayabacho and all of you, why do you people leave the organization of this conference? This conference was supposed to be organized by you people, the leaders who met for the pre-dialogue in Canada. Has the head of C, you people, as people come out clearly to tell us in exact words what happened in Canada during the pre-talks? Kapojani has been out there saying a lot of things, a lot of innuendos. I've not heard you people come out in an evidence-based way to explain to people what really happened. So tell us, I want to know what happened that you people left the conference with your friend Akwanga. Was it because other leaders who were part and parcel of the conference were trying to expand it to bring in other people? Was it because, as usual, you are just afraid of the shadow of the IG? Because my own conclusion is that you people, the head of C and all the rest, you are still living in the shadow of the IG. It seems to me the IG and the splinter groups are really a pain in your ass. For so many years, all your defense, you are pointing to the IG. Leave the IG alone. The IG has been splintered. The IG doesn't have that following as it used to have. The people are tired. The people have seen the light of the day. The people want to see a new format, a new structure that brings people together. God being so kind has opened the eyes of the people for so many years that the people were blinded by the creation of a government. The IG has splintered by its own self. So, but I have a feeling that you guys in the head of C, you are still the IG and the splinter seem to be a pain in your ass. And when there is any problem, any issue, your defense, you are pointing to the IG. The splinter should come together. They just do this. Satan has done this. I want the head of C, Ayabacho and Ipo to take the lead, rally us and tell us this is the way. Put the structure on the ground and say this is the format of collaboration. This is how it's supposed to be. If it is good and we all agree, we're going to buy it. Why can't you do that? Every day is the IG. You are going to live for 5 years, 10 years. The revolution you are calling the IG every day, giving excuses because the IG has done this, the IG did that, the IG did that. And so yes, what is the way forward? What is the way forward? And you mentioned about the liberation tax. At no point at this stage have I supported or started to buy the idea of a liberation tax from the head of C, because I still believe that the manner in which it has been done doesn't benefit the entirety of Ambazonia, as far as I'm aware. The manner in which it has been collected, it comes as an extortion tax. Don't put words into my mouth. Don't claim, we've seen that it's working. We want to come into board to start control the money. No, nobody has said so. Nobody has said that. I have not said that. I have not. I have not said that. The concept of a liberation tax in every revolution is a good thing. It's a good thing. And I have said I buy the idea of a liberation tax on the diaspora, not Gz0 at the moment. Gz0, they are already paying a liberation tax in so many forms. The Monday Ghost Towns is a form of liberation tax they are paying. The killings is a liberation tax they are paying. The fact that they cannot have good drinking water, good rest, is a tax they are paying. The fact that they have their parents killed, some of them have gone to Nigeria, Ghana, and elsewhere, is a tax they are paying. And so we cannot impose another type of tax on the people on the ground.